Good morning. Today is Friday, the 25th of January, 2013. Here's all the news it's worth talking about in Panama today. The superintendent of market securities in Panama, Alejandro Abud, is concerned about his personal safety. He sent a letter on the 15th of January to the Minister of Public Security, Jose Raul Molindo, in which he's asking basically for protection and a bodyguard. These are the guys that are involved in the conflict with Financial Pacific and the question of the with Petequilla, the manipulation of stock, a possibility use of insider trading. And remember that the guy who worked directly for this guy, Vernon Ramos, has been missing for more than 2 months. So Vernon Ramos was the guy who was doing the audits and the inspections on Financial Pacific, and he gave those reports to this guy. And Ramos has been missing for probably, almost certain to be directly related to this case. So now this guy is asking for protection, and probably wise to do so. Okay, over to the Panama America. The authorities made another large drug bust yesterday of 357 kilos. And if you go back the last 3 days, they made a drug bust of 950 kilos on the upper coast of Cologne, and then another drug bust of 1,305 kilos in Bocas del Toro. So in 3 days, that means they've busted 2,612 kilos of cocaine, which is almost 3 tons. 3 tons of cocaine in 3 days ain't bad by any standard. So they're doing a pretty good job on that front. And of course, the drug traffickers are going to be unhappy about that. In the Estrella newspaper, the bus drivers who are working for the Me Bus company, basically the guys who drive the Metro bus, they are still asking for their raise. They're still asking for $800 a month. They have been sitting down for the last week and a half or 2 weeks with the managers of the Me Bus company. They had a list of demands, which was 28 demands. They've reached an agreement on 27 of those demands, and the only one that they didn't reach an agreement on was the question of them getting more money. So all the other stuff was, time off and vacation time and all this other stuff. Probably everything that just they had to be following Panamanian law anyway, so no big deal there. And these guys are still looking at the possibility of going on strike and doing whatever they can to pressure the company and the government to give them more money. So now, this is from the Critica. Last night, there was a fire in a house in the area of Diablo Heights, which is located basically across the street from the front entrance of the old Albrook Air Force Base. Somebody died in a fire. There was a fire in the house, and neighbors, heard the sounds of exploding things. So they called the fire department. The fire department showed up. When they put the fire out, they found that somebody had died in that fire. I had no idea who it was. Okay, in the Telemetro, there was another fire in the area of Paso Canoas. This is right at the border town that's right on the border between Panama and Costa Rica. Apparently 3 local businesses burned up. One of them had things like tires and auto parts. And apparently the fire was put out by firemen both from Panama and from Costa Rica, helped out from the other side as well. Okay, now here we have on Channel 2 TVN, there's this model named Kate Rodriguez. She is a Panamanian. She's hotter than the sun, and she's down in Argentina working as a dancer. From the looks of things, she seems to be a professional, possibly erotic dancer. I don't know. But she's hotter than hell, and she did a video supporting apparently the Panamanian soccer team or football team, in which she's kind of like stripping, and the only thing that's covering her up is the Panamanian flag. Well, this has become an issue here in Panama, so they went out and asked people, hey, what do you think about this hot chick covering herself up and basically doing this strip routine in a video with the Panamanian flag? And everybody said, well, it's not good. It's disrespectful for the flag. And my answer would have been, yeah, she should have dropped the flag because, it's just not good. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can post this video because, it's a news headline. Okay, here we go. In the Siglo, There was a car that lost control on the highway there in La Chorrera. The car flipped over, rolled down the median by the looks of things. A woman was hurt, and they took her to the hospital. The police showed up, and apparently the guy who was driving might have some kind of problem with his immigration status, because they arrested him and they're going to go verify his immigration status. Once again, don't know who it was. Okay, the government of the United States yesterday presented their plan for the Panamax 2013 exercise. This will be held in July in the area of the Panama Canal, and they do the Panamax exercise, I believe it's every 2 years, and Panama doesn't have an army or military. They have a police force. So what they do is the regional militaries in the area who have boats and armies and military units, including the United States, and between 16 to 20 other countries, there's always, some more or less participating, the exact number of participants, and they might send like a Coast Guard vessel from Chile or something like that. The different units participate at a different level, and it's all funded, I believe, by the United States, or most of it anyway. And then all these guys come in and they do these coordination exercises that are primarily destined to do exactly that, to improve their coordination and communication, because you simply cannot bring together the military forces from 16 to 20 different countries overnight and expect them to be able to coordinate their activities and communicate with one another if you haven't practiced this on a regular basis. So the idea is defense of the Panama Canal. Now, is anybody threatening to attack the Panama Canal? No, but why not do the exercise and be prepared for any eventuality? Okay, and here we have from the Dia newspaper out in the area of 24 de Diciembre, a couple of guys got into a fight, so one guy breaks out a machete and chopped off the other guy's arm. That's right. A machete is basically a sword. If you see a machete, and if you got some guy pissed off with a machete in his face, then you should be thinking, wow, that can kill me. Chances are these guys got drunk, who knows, whatever, don't know what they were fighting about, but now one guy doesn't have an arm and the other guy is in prison. Anyway, there you have it. That is all the news that's worth talking about today, Friday the 25th of January, 2013. Thanks for watching. I'm done. I'm out. Have a great day.